At the edge of a small village where the road ended and a dusty path began, there stood a tiny mud house. The walls had cracks, the roof leaked during rain, and the wooden door was always half open. In that house lived a boy named Raghu. He was only 12 years old. Thin body, old but clean clothes, and eyes full of dreams. Big dreams. Raghu did not have many things. No toys, no new books, and no proper shoes. He had only one pair of slippers. One strap was broken, so most days, Raghu walked barefoot. Every morning, Raghu woke up before sunrise. His mother packed a dry roti for him and gently touched his head. She always said, "Study well, my son. Education will change our life." Raghu smiled and nodded. He knew these words were not just advice. They were hope. The school was far away. The road was full of stones, thorns, and mud. In summer, the ground burned his feet. In winter, it froze them. Still, Raghu never stopped. When a bus from the city passed by, dust filled the air. Rich children inside the bus laughed. "Look at him, he goes to school without shoes." Their words hurt, but Raghu kept walking, because he had promised his mother, "No matter what happens, I will never leave my studies." Raghu's mother, Sharda Devi, worked as a farm laborer. She worked all day under the hot sun. Her hands had wounds, her feet were always tired. Yet every evening when she saw Raghu studying, her pain disappeared. At night when Raghu slept, she sometimes held his broken slipper and cried silently, "I can't even buy shoes for my son." Then she wiped her tears and whispered to herself, "No, my son has dreams on his feet. Shoes can wait." Raghu always sat on the last bench in class, not because he was weak in studies, but because he did not want anyone to notice his poverty. One cold day, the teacher saw Raghu standing barefoot. He asked gently, "Raghu, why do you come like this every day?" The class became quiet. Some students looked down. Some smiled. Raghu stood up. His voice was soft but strong. "Sir, my home situation is not good, but leaving school is not right for me." The teacher stayed silent for a moment. Then he said, "Many children have shoes but don't come to school. You have no shoes, yet you are always first." That day, for the first time, Raghu felt respected. Winter arrived. Nights became longer and colder. There was no electricity in Raghu's house. He studied under a small oil lamp. When the wind blew, the flame shook. But Raghu's focus did not. His mother sometimes said, "Enough for today, your eyes will hurt." Raghu replied with a smile, "If I don't study now, my whole life will remain dark." One day, the school announced a district-level exam. Students came from big city schools, new uniforms, shiny shoes, expensive pens. Raghu came in his old shirt and broken slippers. Some students laughed. "Is he also giving the exam?" Raghu said nothing. He opened his answer sheet and started writing. On result day, the ground was full of people. Names were announced one by one. Then the first position was called Raghu Kumar. Silence. No one believed it. Then claps started slowly and grew louder. The teacher's eyes filled with tears. In the crowd, Raghu's mother sat down on the ground. She was crying, but these tears were not of pain. They were tears of pride. Years passed. Raghu kept studying, kept moving forward. The village remained the same, but Raghu's life changed. One day, a car stopped in the same village. A well-dressed officer came out. It was Raghu. He walked to his old school, removed his shoes, and stood barefoot on the ground. People were shocked. Raghu smiled and said, "This place taught me one thing. No matter how hard the ground is, if your courage is strong, the road will make itself. If today you don't have resources, don't lose hope. Because history is written not by comfort, but by courage."